You're listening to No Plot, Only Lore, a podcast about games and the tables we play them at. Your DMs tonight and every night are Josh and Chris. You can find us on all podcast platforms or check us out at noplotonlylore.com. If you like what you hear today, please rate and review the show and share it with everyone you've ever met. Welcome back to No Plot, Only Lore, the favorite podcast of Danny DeVito.
Is it, though?
I could say that. He's never going to hear it.
He could be one of our, 7 listeners.
I wish he was, actually. I
wonder... Okay, I sometimes do wonder who those people are, because, it isn't just our friends.
No. There's some weirdos out there. Email us. Email us at... Do we have an email address?
Yeah, we do, actually, except it has nothing to do with No Plot, Only Lore. It's just info@christopherhansen.com.
Yeah, do that. Tell us why.
Tell us who you are. Yeah, because, we've gotten a couple of comments that have been fun. One of them, probably my favorite, was about the, huge segue that we did into the, top-tier beard game in One Piece.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just, kind of random that somebody was like, yeah, that whole segue was great. And I was like, wow, you listened to that long? That was in the middle of the episode.
I feel like segues are definitely our strong point. We just follow up is tough.
Yeah, getting back on track, not really our strong suit. Speaking of, we saw a thing that was pretty cute. I saw a thing and then I inflicted it on you, of Paddington Bear in Star Wars.
For the record, I hate Ewoks. So putting them in Wellingtons and a rain jacket is not an improvement. I don't want them to be part of Star Wars. I hate that Return of the Jedi became the Muppet movie.
Can Ewoks learn Common? Galactic Standard or whatever the hell they call that language?
I believe they can.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We've never seen it.
Not in the movies. I believe it was in the Ewoks animated TV show.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. Please don't quote me on that.
Wait, was it in the Christmas special? Did Ewoks talk in the Christmas special?
I don't believe they did.
Okay.
Thank God. As if that whole debacle couldn't have gotten any worse. Putting a talking Ewok in there.
I'm just imagining a talking Ewok with a cute little British accent, spreading some marmalade on some toast. And that
obviously they would be Marmite, not Marmalade kind of people, because they're evil little demons.
I love Ewoks so goddamn much. And I realize that makes me a bad Star Wars fan, but they were part of the reason that I learned to love Star Wars in the first place.
Because of the little bear gremlins?
Because of the cute little bear gremlins, and the one that shakes his spear and is all yep. Right, that is burned into my consciousness. That phrase, yub nub, which means nothing other than I threaten you, I guess. But also come on.
Yeah.
And it's this way. No, that phrase and that specific scene of a silly Ewok character threatening a human is the reason that I sat down and watched the rest of the movies.
Just because of... Okay, was it because of the Ewok or because Carrie Fisher was so charming while trying to deal with this stupid little hellspawn?
Okay. I first saw Star Wars when I was 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So forgive me for the trespasses of my youth, but I really didn't like Leia.
Well, if you started watching Star Wars with the third one, then I can see that because you hadn't had the time to see her, in her strength. And as a...
And partway through the third one too. So I had no attachment to this character. She just seemed kind of a weirdo. And I was like, why aren't you hugging the Muppet? I see an adorable teddy bear with a spear. The first thing I'm doing is hugging it until it like won't let me anymore by force.
Yeah, so you can see where like our instincts are wildly different. You encounter a strange beast in the wild, you're like, oh, friend shape, and don't recoil immediately. And Leia, the sane general that she is like, maybe don't pick up the tiny warrior that is threatening me. I'm 3 to 4 times their size, and he's threatening me. Maybe I should take a second.
But so friend-shaped. So friend-shaped. So that got me started on this idea of, like, crossovers. And, like, a lot of times you see crossovers being, like, main characters getting put into another world and, like, interacting with the main characters of that world. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I want to take a character from a beloved children's franchise.
Okay.
A la Paddington Bear.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a not child franchise to put them into. And I want you to help me make sense of that. And we're going to do it randomly. I have a D20, and I have 2 lists of 20 things that I have told you not to look at. So I'm going to roll right now.
It's been physically painful to resist.
Yes. So the first option is 15. I have Lightning McQueen.
Okay.
In Breaking Bad.
Oh. Okay. Lightning McQueen in Breaking Bad and
Just like consolidate these things for me. Give me cars and meth dealing.
Lightning McQueen transports meth to neighboring states.
Okay. And he's just like the only car that has eyes for a windshield.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
I mean, first of all, it cuts down on costs immensely.
Yeah, you don't have a driver.
Yeah. And because he's not beholden to whoever happens to be strapped inside of him, he can execute more dangerous maneuvers should he need to outrun the police. The downside is that the supply is leaking into his gas tank, which is his... the gas tank is his stomach?
Imagine the interactions between Lightning McQueen and Mike Ehrmantraut.
Yeah.
They would either have, like, the best conversations or the absolute fucking worst. I can't figure out which one it would be, though.
Mike is the only person that Lightning will let ride inside of him.
Okay, I've always a little bit wondered, like, I know it's kind of like a cliche conversation to have when cars comes up, but, like, if you open the door, does the brain fall out?
No, the brain is in the trunk.
Oh, okay. Then where do you keep the meth? I guess in the gas tank. Yeah. 'Cause I know that there was some, like, early concept art where they were discussing, like, what the anatomy of the cars was.
They super don't need to do that.
They really don't, but they did because it's Disney and because you got a bunch of creative people in the same room and they were like, cool, where's the organs? If we open up the back door, does like a giant pile of intestines come flopping out onto the floor?
Okay.
So, yeah. I've seen some of that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to think about this whole sentence for a second. So, in their preliminary sort of build of the car person, is the engine still an engine?
I don't have the answer to that question, Josh. I was not on that team. But I would assume that you could probably put all the guts in the hood of the car and consider that good.
Okay, but do they have guts, or are they like animate mechanical objects? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Are they?
I think that's what they were trying to figure out.
Animals
too.
Or machines?
Yeah, I think that's what they were trying to figure out too through like concepting. Is like, if you open the doors, what happens?
Can you open the doors?
Well, there was actually a bunch of conversations that they had to have about how the cars interact with stuff. And one of the big conversations was, do they use their doors like hands?
I don't like that.
Nope, neither did anybody else. So they made it so that when they interact with objects, they just interact with them. Right? There's no hands involved. They just kind of do the thing.
Okay.
And,
that's better.
A little bit, yeah. Like they just hand waved it. Or door waved it, I guess.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, good times. All right. Selection number 2. I got number 16, which is Bob the Builder.
Okay.
How familiar are you with the Bob the Builder universe?
Not intimately.
You know he builds stuff?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Then you've got it.
That he can build it. Yes, he can.
Yes. That gave me Breaking Bad again, so we're gonna reroll.
Yeah, okay.
Bob the Builder in The Last of Us.
Oh.
That actually fits really well, come to think.
Yeah, I would say that guy is probably just vibing in like one of the main settlements, right?
Yeah. And it's like thriving.
Yeah.
Because like he's the guy who can build like internal plumbing that works.
Yeah.
Just because it does.
Because again, can he build it? Yes, he can.
Yes, he can. Yeah. Fantastic. That one was too easy.
Sorry.
We're going to put The Last of Us back on the list because I think that there are some other options here that are better for it.
Okay.
Number 9, Curious George.
Okay.
It kind of doesn't matter what we come up with for this because he's great. In Westworld.
Oh, no. Fuck that fucking monkey. No.
Was there a monkey in Westworld?
No,
yeah,
I'm talking about Curious George, but...
Oh, okay.
No. Stop. Don't make me do that.
Yeah, no, you gotta do it.
Well...
Okay, first question.
So I've only seen
the
first... I've only seen the first season of Westworld.
It's the only season that matters.
Okay. So the monkey is for sure a host.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or do you have an actual monkey enjoying the Westworld thing?
I don't know. I don't like any of this.
Rolls up with the man in the yellow hat and they go to do some Westworlding?
They go to do some Westworlding. Is that what they do in the show? They Westworld?
Yeah. Yeah, you go to Westworld, you do some Westworlding. You west all over the world, and then
how stupid of me.
All right, so if it is a host,
okay,
like it's pretty easy to put like a pet monkey somewhere, I guess. But like Curious George isn't a pet monkey.
No, he's in fact a villain monkey.
What do you have against Curious George?
Okay. Curious George frustrates me in a way that, like, and maybe this is just me and how I've been my whole life. How do I explain this? I don't like mischief or hijinks. Okay?
I don't think you have ever said anything that I fundamentally disagree with more about yourself on this podcast. You are a fucking troll, sir.
Okay, shut up. What?
I can't breathe.
Okay, what I mean is, shut up. I don't like when characters are just getting into trouble and being little shits, and that's driving the story. Okay,
Okay, so you're not a fan of Caillou.
No, I hate Caillou. I hate Curious
Okay.
George. I sorry. I understand how that came across now. I am a I'm not saying a troll, but I am a mischievous person in a certain way. But I don't get into trouble, and I don't. The other thing that really frustrates me is when those characters' actions cause damage.
Okay.
Right, and when they
I can see that. You don't like breaking things.
and when other people are inconvenienced by their actions, that's one that really bothers me. Is when their actions, like, he's ruining the yellow hat dude's day, and there's no discipline, there's no comeuppance, there's nothing. It's just like, oh George, har har har, or whatever. Fuck that. That little monkey needs a spanking, and to go to bed early without dessert.
So destructive mischief is kind of where we draw the line on mischief. And
yeah. So, I mean, to quote a movie, what I like are shenanigans.
Okay.
Right?
I can get behind that. Just, yeah, the way that you said that. Holy shit. Fucking sent me. God damn. Okay, we need to get off of this. There's another couple on here that I think are going to have a similar reaction from you, so I'm preparing myself for that. All right, we got number 11, Dora the Explorer. In number 19, Mortal Kombat.
Oh, no. Okay, I guess Dora is somehow... She's trying to find a way to close off Earth from Netherrealm? Like, what the... I don't know what the fuck to do with this.
Well, I mean, she's got to fight in the tournament, obviously.
Well, obviously she's got to fight in the... Okay, well... Okay, what I see now is her and Boots teamed up like Ferrator, and she's just throwing that little monkey at people.
Fantastic. I think there's... Okay, so Dora the Explorer is an interesting character for me for a few reasons. Like, not necessarily the way that she's depicted in her cartoon.
Okay.
But did you see the movie that they made?
Yes, written by Matthew Robinson.
It's so good. Like,
not going to comment on why I know the writer's name.
it's not a great movie.
Yeah.
But, like, I went into it with some expectations derived from Dora the Explorer that were surpassed in ways that are difficult to describe if you haven't seen the movie.
Okay.
And I loved it. So, like, that Dora from the movie, would fit in almost any franchise that involves, like, a mystery or any kind of adventure or any kind of, like, exploration, because it's in her fucking name, very well and very easily, I feel. If you're doing, like...
She's just part of, like, the mystery gang?
She could be, yeah. Or, like, yeah, like, set her up with Sonya and Jax as, like, part of the cop squad that's trying to get down to the bottom of the tournament.
Right.
And then get worked up into it. Like, there's a lot of options there. But yeah, if it's just like little kid Dora and little kid Boots and the fucking map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Her fatality would just be that song. And it wouldn't kill your opponent. It would kill the parents in the room.
No. Her fatality is the map strangling someone, like just smothering them. Yeah,
could do that. Or you could also do, like, the map and the backpack singing their songs at the same time, and their heads fucking explode. I watched way too much Dora the Explorer when Thor was a kid.
I didn't watch any with my kids, and I'm kind of regretting it. But now, in my head, I'm seeing her fatality being Boots going just full feral chimpanzee and clawing the skin off of someone's face.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do like a stampede of all of her ridiculous cartoon animal friends, like trampling on a person to a bloody pulp.
Oh, yeah, she could be a real monster.
Yeah, she could be brutal. It would be like, what is that guy's name? The joke character that they introduced that's like Ken and Ryu, but like seems to be less effective. The hell is that guy's name?
Oh, from Street Fighter?
Yeah.
I want to say Paul, but that's not right.
Maybe. Anyway, that guy, the one in the pink gi, like the joke character that ends up being
Dan.
Yeah. Just like,
sorry, I couldn't let that go.
That's fair.
I knew who he was.
Yeah, just like he's kind of a joke.
Yeah,
when he comes out, and then you realize that like pros are able to take him to weird levels of effectiveness because his kit is so niche.
Yeah.
And I could see the same being true for Dora the Explorer, where it's just like, I don't want to play the little kid character. She's fucking dumb. She's just here for a joke. And then she turns out to be a fucking monster.
Yeah, it's like when they had to ban Yoda from Soul Calibur because it turns out having a different hitbox is a super duper big deal.
Yup. Oh, man. Yeah, and her hitbox would be so tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Dora the Explorer, breaking Mortal Kombat. All right. We got number 17, Pippi Longstocking.
Oh, God, Pippi. Okay.
Do you remember Pippi Longstocking?
Yeah, vaguely. It was a thing that I like investigated as a child, but kind of just dismissed and moved on from. But
okay, I feel like this one's just kind of a gimme. It's a little easier than it maybe should be. Pippi Longstocking in Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, all right.
That's so easy. What the hell? She just comes in on a pirate ship, settles in a small town.
Yeah.
I don't even need your help for that one. God damn it, Dice. What are you doing? Give me the weird shit.
Sorry.
I'm holding out for number 6 here. If we get number 6, it's going to be a good time. Number 5, so close. Alice from Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
In Resident Evil.
Dude, she'd be so good there. Like the kid took all of the strangeness of Wonderland on the chin, basically without question, and was able to like outwit these, cadre of weirdos that just kind of showed up and fucked with her for no reason.
Does that translate to zombie violence, though?
Well, it depends which Resident Evil you're talking about. Like, the new Resident Evils, probably not, because they're a lot more just like, we're actually going to kill you. But the old ones were kind of, cartoony in a way, Like, if we're talking about, like, Jill Valentine era Resident Evil, like, Umbrella Corps is just goofballs.
Yeah, and I guess there's a fair bit of, like, problem solving and stuff that Alice could maybe just like luck her way through.
Sure.
Because that's like a huge part of Alice in Wonderland. And actually one of the reasons that I'm not really keen on that series is that for the vast majority of it, she's a very passive protagonist. Like she isn't like pushing for anything. She doesn't really seem to have any goals other than like make it to the next scene.
Yeah, that's fair.
But, like, you put her in a situation where the goals are, like, literally survive the zombie apocalypse, and I don't know how she would fare in that.
I mean, if you put her up against that big-ass vampire bitch, she probably ain't gonna do so hot, but... I don't know, I don't like that Resident Evil got too real. Like, these new ones are just very... Like, the old ones were they were horror, but they were horror in like a campy way.
Right. And you feel like they went a little too gritty with it?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a horror fan as it is, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. But
there's a lot of like... So most of what my son is into video games wise is like horror or horror adjacent.
Okay.
Where like Five Nights at Freddy's is kind of like the masthead
on
this whole thing, where it's just like it's fun mascots, characters who occasionally show up and do a jump scare, but then it fades to black and you don't have to deal with any of the like proper violence of it.
Right.
Other than like descriptions of like they take your body and stuff it into an animatronic suit, I guess. I don't actually know any of the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Could have fooled me. You know more than I do.
Oh, okay. Actually, let's see how much I do know about. No, we're gonna save that for another episode. But I think I actually know more about the lore of this series than I probably should.
2 grown men discover the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's.
There's like novels and shit, man. Like
what?
Yeah, this franchise is like huge.
A half dozen bad little jump scare puzzles. There's more
like 24, and then books and a movie.
Why?
And
okay, I knew
like
about the movie.
Deep lore.
I don't want deep lore.
We're at the point where like I know more about the Afton family than I would like to.
The who?
The Afton family, the people who sacrificed their children to stuff them into the suits for murder reasons, I guess. I'm not 100% clear on the lore, but the fact that I even know the name the Afton family suggests that I know more about this than I thought I did.
The fact that you know that there is lore, I thought it was just 5 shitty like YouTube clickbait video games.
No, it's huge, and like kind of a prototype for a bunch of other horror games that have come out recently. So like one that my kid has been really into involves a bunch of the big names in like streaming being characters in the game, sort of, but they're also like horror characters. It's like a whole fucking thing. Like basically every horror game that's coming out that's aimed at kids right now has to have like deep weird lore that almost always involves child murder.
This country's going to hell.
Canada? Yeah. We fucked it. We just fucked Canada right up.
They were right. Like, let's just start over.
All right. So I got Elsa from Frozen in Chernobyl.
Oh. She's used to... there can't be that much of a difference between winter and nuclear winter.
Yeah, except we never actually got into nuclear winter, did we?
Well, no, but I mean, that's fine. It's, I guess, okay, all things considered, she's got snow powers, just generally.
Yep.
Right? That's what I'm thinking of.
Snow and ice, yeah.
Yeah. So, she'll be fine in, the frozen tundra of Siberia, or wherever the hell Chernobyl is. I think, honestly...
She's going to use her power to cool down the core.
Yeah, I'm saying this is an opportunity for her to be a real hero. And not just like some selfish one who, annihilates her sister's boyfriend because she's jealous or whatever.
Was she jealous? I guess she was.
I think she was like slightly jealous until she realized he was like legitimately a bad guy. Which also, if we can like rant for a second about the heel turn in that movie and how unbelievable it was, that still bothers me how bad that was.
Like, also the telegraphed bad guy being just kind of a shit.
Yeah.
Like
I understand it's children, and I don't want my hand held the entire way to discovering bad guys. There can be twists and turns. But for a guy to just, like, literally heel turn for no reason at the last second, just to be like, mustache twirl, like, get the fuck out of here. Give me some inkling that he has a motivation, other than just, like, being a shit.
Well, like, there is a good motivation for him to be, like, manipulating that character, Anya.
Sure,
Is that her name?
but like,
yeah, but like that's to become the king of Arendelle.
Yeah, but
right,
that has to happen after he marries her. Like what?
Yeah, so you've got to keep that act up until she married.
Yeah, a lot longer than he did. That's for sure.
I guess maybe because he realized that she was dying or whatever, he could just say that they got married in secret or something. I don't entirely understand Frozen. I've watched that movie so many goddamn times, and I don't think I paid attention to it any more than once.
Yeah, that's fair. There's nothing wrong with it. I've seen it a couple of times and been like, okay, whatever. It's just that particular aspect of it really irked me. Like, give me believable villains. Not all the time, but at least this one. And with how much people were hyping the movie up, I think that's what annoyed me even more. I'm like, this is...
That movie was, like, so fucking hype for no reason.
Yeah, it was extremely mid.
Okay, my biggest problem with that movie is exactly the same problem that I have with Moana, which is a colossal waste of Alan Tudyk.
Oh, well, everything that's not being that fucking murder robot from Star Wars is a waste of Alan Tudyk.
Just like, you have him being the bad guy in Frozen to begin with, like this guy with like the trade negotiations or whatever, and then he's dealt with a hand wave, and we never have to worry about him again. And then he's the fucking chicken.
The chicken was brutal. That was just an absolute waste of time.
Like, I get that's an easy payday. Right? Like, good on you, Alan, for like picking up that job where you had to go in and make some chicken noises for a couple of days. I fucking get it, man.
He did have to tolerate The Rock for a while.
Not even, though. Like, I guess for like the press tour or whatever, but was he even really involved in the press?
No, not really. But I mean, I have to assume that he's just kind of around and annoying.
I have to assume that the reason that they cast Alan Tudyk to be the fucking chicken is because they just wanted to work with him. Like, he seems like a chill enough dude that they wanted to have him in the booth for a couple of days and hang out.
They needed a reason to give him money so that he could come hang out with them.
There's a great anecdote about... have you ever seen Regular Show?
I'm familiar with it, but I haven't seen it.
Okay. So they did a pilot for Regular Show, and they had all of their friends cast as like the main characters. And when they finally get it to Cartoon Network is like, look, we like what you're doing, but you need to have auditions for all of the roles, right? Because there are probably some big name actors with like some draw that we could use to like pull people in. Because
we can't just make these things for fun. We need to make some money.
Yeah. And so like the creator, J.G. Quinnell, is pretty sure that he's going to be using the cast that he already has until Mark fucking Hamill walks into the booth.
And he's like, oh wait, I can work with Luke?
Yeah, he's like, shit, that's Mark Hamill. I can work with Luke. I can work with the Joker. Right? Like, this is the only person who's walked in here so far that I'm kind of starstruck by.
If I was his friend, I'd be like, I get it. Like,
yeah, right? Like, I don't need to be Rigby. Fucking cut me out. Throw Luke in the ring, right? Like, give the man a chance. So they audition him, and he kills it, but he isn't right for the role. And so they wrote him a new role.
Perfect. That's what you do.
That's what you do when Mark Hamill walks into your fucking booth for anything. You just make up a new thing for him to be.
Yeah. We will figure it out. We're casting him. Get in here.
Yeah. All right. So it's not on the list, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
Luke Skywalker in Dune.
Oh my God. 2 guys with a Messiah complex in the same movie?
First of all, which house would he be affiliated with?
I want to say he'd be like part of the Spacers Guild or something insane, but because I'll be honest,
pilot.
Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with like weirdo Dune houses other than like Atreides and fucking Harkonnen. Which,
no, that's fair.
Can we talk for a second about how like their own show pronounced Harkonnen wrong?
Harkonnen?
Yeah. There's a lot of things wrong with Dune Prophecy, but pronouncing it Harkonnen is just unforgivable.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those made-up words, right? Like,
all words are made up.
Yeah, but these words in particular don't apply to anything that's real. Like, there are no Harkonnens. There are no Harkonnens. It's real to me. Yeah, but like the pronunciation Did Herbert ever like give a pronunciation guide for?
So I believe that the original audiobook actor, because it was one guy, got pronunciation guides for everyone.
Oh, okay.
Including like concepts like Kwisatz Haderach and weird names like Thufir Hawat.
What a stupid fucking name.
Yeah. Peter de Vries, guys like that, right? Who just have weird names. I
never pronounced it Peter. I always pronounced it Pater.
Again, like when I saw it, I said Peter because I firmly believe that there is actual structure to the English language despite all the other evidence to the contrary.
Literally all of it, yeah.
Yeah. And so I feel like I mostly get it right.
Usually. I feel like with that name in particular, I defaulted to a Russian pronunciation.
I suppose.
But I couldn't tell you why.
Why wouldn't you pronounce it Peter then?
Peter.
Peter.
Yeah.
Like Mater. Pater.
Well, I tell you.
Toe Pater.
Here to... Was he a Mentat? I can't remember what...
Peter, yeah, he's a Mentat.
Yeah. I'm here to do complex equations in my head.
This episode is devolving into us ADHD warbling at each other with weird bad accents.
Okay, I think we're done. Hey, thanks for making it all the way through this episode of No Plot, Only Lore. If you're looking for more, you can always find us at noplotonlylore.com and on all the very best podcast platforms. If you like what you heard today, please share, rate, and review the show to feed my never-ending need for attention and validation.